Okay, hello, I'm back and happy Easter and Film Friday is back here and welcome every movie lover and TV show lover. I'm going through my notes and I find out that I haven't put out the videos for stuntmen who had died in movies from part 3, 4 and 5. So I'm gonna do that now and I hope you appreciate it. And yeah, I just start right off and we start with part 3, and I start off with Shark from 1969 with Burt Reynolds. It's called Kane previously. A stuntman by the name of Jose Marco was killed by a great white shark during filming, and he was attacked because the white shark was coming through the safety net, and he was therefore killed. They wanted to use this clip in the promotion of a film later on, but they found it too gruesome and did not do that. Then we have Redcliffe from 2000, what did I say here? John Woos. A stuntman died and 6 others were critically wounded in a fire stunt during filming in Xiaotangshan outside Beijing. I don't know if my Chinese translation is right, but okay. A burning ship crashed into another ship, and because there were heavy winds, it did that the fire went out of control and both ships were engulfed in flames. And a 23-year-old stuntman died in the fire and 6 were wounded. And then we have $1 Million Mystery from 1987. Dare Robinson was killed on a cross bike, 39 years old. He was about to make a sharp turn at the US Highway 89A during the scene, but he was skidding to the right and lost control over the motorcycle, and Robinson fell 12 feet, hit a stone, and fall into a thorny bush where he got a puncture wound, and he was bleeding to death internally. Then we go to Right Stuff, Rätta Virket in Swedish, from 1983. The film was following the Marine, the Navy, and the Air Force test pilots were played in at Edwards Air Force Base. And the stuntman and the paratrooper, what do you call it? He did parachute jumps. Joseph Sweck, a former Green Beret, was filming a scene where he was portraying Chuck Yeager's ejection from a NF-104 when the parachute didn't, it malfunctioned. It didn't want to, what do you call it? Oh, sorry, I can't get the English name right. But he died during that scene, and later when the parachute was examined, they couldn't find anything wrong with it. That was the first part, and okay, and don't forget to don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Sorry, I'm a little. It's Easter. I'm a little ring rusty. I think. Sorry about that. But we mix this together as 2-part, and then I take the second part, the last part. Sorry. So I go right on to Stuntmen Who Died in Movies Part 4. And we have The Vampire in Brooklyn with Angela Bassett and Eddie Murphy in the leading roles. Oh, sorry, I haven't said which year this was. And it was 1995, the year the Vampire in Brooklyn came. And we have the stunt woman, Sonja Davis. She was about to do a jump, 42-foot back flip jump, when she bounced off the safety cushion, but she should dampen her fall. But she was slammed into the opposite wall, and the 27-year-old had massive injuries and sadly passed away 2 weeks later on at the hospital. And then we have The Sword and the Sorcerer from 1982. The stuntman Jack Tyree died when the 37-year-old was about to jump from a 24-meter cliff when he hit the ground, 60 centimeters from the safety cushion that was gonna dampen his fall. So tragically, that's fate when it comes to something like that. Then we have Comes a Horseman from 1978 with Jason Robards. The stuntman Jim Shepard played the double for Robards and was going to be dragged behind a horse to his death in the scene. But it apparently became reality as the stuntmen were performing the scene, and the horse that was gonna run straight, he didn't do that. When the stuntman was dragged behind the horse, it wiggled to the side, and his head was hit by oh, what do you call it? Oh my god. It says, oh boy, a pole, fence pole, and he was flown by the 40-year-old was flown by helicopter to the nearest hospital, but died of his injuries. The scene is still there, but it's cut just before the accident happens. So what you see there when he's dragged behind the horse, in that scene, that guy dies. Yeah, sadly enough. And then we have American Made from 2015 with Tom Cruise. A Piper Smith Aerostar 600 free stunt pilots crashed into the Andes. Alan Pervin, 51 years old, Hollywood pilot. Colombian resident Carlos Burl, 58, died in the scene. And the third pilot, American Jimmy Lee Garland, 55, was paralyzed. So, very tragic also. It's life. Shit happens. And the families of the two deceased pilots claimed that Doug Liman, producer of the film, and Cruise insisted on filming high-risk, action-packed scenes, therefore was the reason to why they crashed the plane. They died with the boots on from 1941. Canadian actor Joe Sawyer, American actor Arthur Kennedy, and Australian Errol Flynn in the movies. A little made-up history about General George Armstrong Custer's life. The stuntman died when he fell off a horse and broke his neck, and now one died of a heart attack. And the actor Jack Budlong was dead determined to use a real sword in the cavalry charge scene, and unaccidentally he was paled himself on that sword because he was thrown off a horse from an explosive charge. So that is irony. He just wanted to have this real sword. He could have a dummy sword, but he made it authentic, and damn right it got authentic. He died in the end of in the scene. So yeah, he took it to the best he could do in that scene, and he made it legendary, but he died in the event. Okay, and then we have okay, I'll take the third part here also. This is Stuntman Who Died in Film Part 5. Red Heat 1990 with Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Belushi in leading roles. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger played a Russian police, and James Belushi is an American police, and they team up in Russia in this film. Benny E. Dobbins was a famous known stunt actor who became a stunt coordinator. He was in films like E.T. Extraterrestrial with Drew Barrymore and Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Matthew Broderick and Alan Rudd. Alan Ruck is a different actor. Alan Ruck again. I made this mistake several times before he became the stunt coordinator, and he worked on that in Red Heat, but he got a case of pneumonia, yeah, and that sadly led to a heart attack during the shoot. And Dobbins was 55 years old, and the film was dedicated in his memory. And then we have the famous, Bruce Lee. You all heard about Bruce Lee, the famous kung fu actor who sadly died also. But he had a son called Brandon Lee, and he did a film called The Crow in 1994. Yeah, he done Rapid Fire, also a good action movie. I saw it on Laserdisc long time ago. But if you didn't know about this, Bruce Lee had a son, Brandon Lee. He died 28 years old. But it was like this. It's during a scene where his character Eric Draven was shot. Lee was fatally wounded because with the prop gun that they used and the dummy bullet, there was some residues left in the chamber from a real ammunition's bullet, and that's the one that killed him. And yeah, the film could be finished with a stunt double and special effects, and is in memory of Brandon Lee's. He could make lots of good movies here in the future. We see just Jackie Chan is over, he's 65 or something, and he done a new action movie now in Hong Kong. Still going strong. Okay, and then we have The Walking Dead. If you've seen the series from Darabont, the very famous series with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and a lot of good actors. But this is from 2007 in the series. John Bernacker was performing a stunt in a fall from 20 feet when he missed the landing cushion and hit his head in the concrete floor and sustained severe head trauma. And the 33-year-old died the day after in hospital. He has formerly worked on Hunger Games and The Vampire Diaries, if you like the vampire series. And you've seen that one, he was in that. So there you have it. The Easter 3 episodes from Stuntmen Who Died in Movies. I combined them together here. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, comment and like. And if there's some videos you want in English, just tell me. And I will, because I go through my papers, the videos I've done in Swedish. And I try to get as much of them to English as I can. So I hope you appreciate what I'm doing, and I keep doing it. And I have my plans on like trucker caps like this with the logo that I made up in my mind now, and t-shirts and things. And if that sounds interesting, please give me some comments or appreciations that you like this. But I'm doing because it spurs me to go on and do this for you. And yeah, that's what I do with my life now. Sadly but true. So, yet again, Filmfredagen is out, and happy Easter. And that's all, folks. Goodbye.